Hi, good morning YouTube from a really cold and frosty workshop this morning. Things haven't been great lately. I've had surgery on my foot and so I've not been able to get out hiking, camping or anything else for that matter really. About as far as I can get is the workshop at the bottom of the garden. So I thought the other day it's about time I did something and popped a little video on here. So I came down to the shed. Got Rich to cut me a little blank and off a tree from the back of the garden here, and I've decided to start making a spoon. So not looking great at the minute, but I'm just going to show you the tools that I've been using to start off my spoon with. So the main bulk of the wood that needed to be chopped off, I've been using my small axe, my little hatchet here. Took me a little while to get the hang of doing that when I first started to use an axe. I was a bit worried that I was going to hack off too much, but small and gentle little movements, and that's a really great tool to get rid of most of the bulk from the wood. Then I just turned to my trusty Mora knife. This one, very simple, very cheap, nice and sharp, and that gets rid of, you know, the next few bits to form a spoon shape really. This is, which is, I haven't got my own one of these, but carves out the bowl. So just scraping across here is a great, it's quite therapeutic actually, but it just scrapes out your bowl like a hook, which is really great. So I've got an idea in my head how I want this spoon to look. However, they never turn out how I want them to. So we'll just keep going, chipping away at it. I'm not in a rush. So we'll do it slowly but surely. And the last knife that I use, excuse me, is my little Ben Orford neck knife. Now, if I can pull him out the case, there we go. Lovely little knife, this one. Lovely little Ben Orford, nice and sharp, easy to use, and I can use this just for taking off small bits along the edges when I don't want huge great big pieces taken off. So that's a nice little, it's a bit difficult at this angle, but that's a nice little knife there just to do the more precise bits and pieces. And I will turn to my carving, my small little carving knife if I need to do some precision bits at the end, but that's for a little bit later. Maybe we'll bring you back later on when my spoon is looking a little bit more like a spoon, because at the minute it's a bit bulky. So I'll just bring you back a little bit later on and I'll get on with this for now. Hi, well, I'm bringing you back a couple of days later. I was carving the spoon and I nicked my finger, not a lot, just a little bit, and that was a bit painful for a couple of days. So then I remembered my tape. So since then I've been taping up my finger, chipping away at the spoon, which isn't perfect by a long stretch of the imagination. I can't manage to get them equal, I never can, but my main issue with this one, which was an error, so I'll learn for next time, is that this little piece here, I made it too thin too early on. So then when I was trying to carve the bowl, this piece has actually snapped a little bit. So it's not really going to be any good, but what I've done is I've decided to use it as a practice piece, and my downfall is always how to get the bowl nice and thin around the edge. So I've been chipping away at this with my carving knife and just practicing really to get the edges really thin. So we're not doing too badly. I'm going to do a little bit more on it this afternoon, and I'll give it a sand down and some oil, and hopefully I can keep it intact and then maybe use it later on. I've got a new Twig stove, and weather permitting, later on I'm going to light that and see if we can actually use this so it's being used before I have to sadly say goodbye to it, really, because it's not going to be any good. It's very weak in that section there, and I heard it make a small crack, so it's not going to be any good for use, really, but I will try it out later on whilst giving you a quick show around my new Twig stove as well. So I'll crack on with this and I'll see you in a while. Well, I've had another hour's work on the spoon, and like I said before, it was never going to be perfect, but it's finished now. I'm just going to oil it, and then later on we'll see if it works. Well, here we go. Proof that the spoon serves the purpose and works. All in all, that was a successful little project. Now I'll just make one that doesn't break when you put any pressure on it. And this is my new Twig stove, £13 from Amazon. Really, I just got it to play about with in the back garden, but I expect it will go to our woodland camp. And another very cheap 1 litre pot there. Again, not lightweight, not expensive, but just a bit of fun, really. There we go. I'll leave you with that one, and see you on the next one.